Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about one of the most asked questions on my channel. It's all about hair removal. So I get asked this question quite a lot as to how to remove facial hair and what is one very effective method. And so in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about laser hair reduction, the procedure, how it was like for me from my experience, and some questions that you guys had for me as well. So I have gone ahead and filmed this procedure for you guys, me visiting the clinic and everything, and also I have got a professional opinion about the same. So I've kept like a flow for this video because it's gonna be a little bit of me going outdoors, me in the clinic and everything, and right now I am filming this in the studio as well, so it's going to be a combination of both, and I want both of this to go very well hand in hand. So I am going to be trying to answer some of these questions by myself, and of course a doctor who is very kind enough to answer these questions, Dr. Hema. So I will be inserting clips of her in this video as well. So firstly, I would like to talk about laser hair reduction from my perspective. So what were my issues before this procedure and why I decided to go ahead with this? Now, I was someone who I always remember myself having unwanted facial hair growth. From the time like I been in school and from my teen years, I remember having a lot of hair on my face. So I of course resorted to the conventional method, something that I could do easily at home because I had to go to school, so I couldn't do anything else. So I used to do a lot of threading, a lot of waxing. I've used facial hair removal creams. I've tried, you just name a form of hair removal and I have done that. So my hair growth predominantly occurs around this part, and more or so concentrated towards my chin, and I can say that my hair growth is pretty coarse there. So the problem with this particular method is that my hair was growing back really fast, and that required me to go ahead with the same kind of hair removal techniques very often. So every week I had to either thread or wax, and with waxing I found that my hair was not growing evenly. So there used to be patches of hair that were like more grown than the rest, so I couldn't like tackle all of it at once. And threading, again, you guys know how painful it is, and also it's not a permanent solution, so I had to keep going back to the salon every other week. And because of the excess friction and constant need to remove the hair, it led to a lot of pigmentation for me, especially around my chin area. So this has been going on and off for at least 10 years, I can say. Now, like I mentioned, because of all these techniques of hair removal and multiple sessions of it, and that is again a lot of money, I decided that I need to get a LHR done. Again, like a lot of you guys, I was very skeptical as well. I was not sure if it was going to be effective on my hair growth, if it was going to grow back, or if my money is going to get wasted, what are the side effects and stuff like that. And then I, of course, happened to visit Oliva Skin Clinic. One thing that caught my attention was how clean they are. So at this time, of course, you want people to take precautions. You want them to be very aware of the current situation, and you don't want to put yourself at risk as well. I am very particular about the places I want to visit, the place I want to get a session done. So I was very impressed with how spick and span everything was kept. Everything was neatly sanitized. I'm not just talking about the branch that I visited. You can of course walk into any Oliva clinic and you can find that yourself. Of course, then I did get to interact with the doctor herself. Now I visited the Sadashiv Nagar branch. You can visit any branch in Bangalore. They have a lot of branches in Chennai, Hyderabad, and they are opening up a couple of other branches as well. So like I mentioned, I visited the Sadashiv Nagar branch, and so I had a consultation with Dr. Hema, who I found was a complete professional. She was very well versed with her subject, and she knows what she's doing and she knows what she's talking about. And this was something that I was definitely looking for. Like I mentioned to you guys, I have visited a lot of other clinics, and the problem that I've noticed with those clinics is that they're either like too busy to even interact with you and give you a good session, and something that can give you more awareness about the procedure, how it's going to be done, and what you can expect of it. And this is something that I've noticed which I really like in Oliva is that they brief you through the process, very professional, very well trained staff, and also they are punctual. So they keep up their appointments. So they give you an appointment and you can follow that, and your procedure would be done within that span. It's not like they give you an appointment and they keep you waiting for the longest time, which has happened to me in so many places. And then the technicians are always in a hurry, and then you know what can happen when people are in a hurry. So that is something that I don't really like, and I was very impressed with as well. I'm not just talking about my experience. I did observe what was happening in that clinic, and that is something that I really like, that they gave appointments and stuck to their appointments as well, and they didn't keep the other consultations waiting. They didn't keep them waiting because they have quite a lot of rooms to get the procedure done, and it was not like, you know, just 2 rooms, and so everybody has to be in that. So they have multiple rooms, and before each consultation, everything, the sheets and everything were changed, and then the next client gets into the room. So that was something that I really liked. And then now coming to the procedure itself, I was actually anticipating for it to hurt for some reason, because all of the procedures that I have done in the past, it was really painful, and it was something that I didn't really like. It either was too, you know, hot for me, or it was stinging too much. That burning tingling sensation was a little bit too much, and I was always uncomfortable during these procedures. But what I noticed with this place was that I was completely at ease. Now that is something that I would like to tell you guys as well, is that if you don't really have a lot of pain tolerance, let them know ahead, so they would adjust the intensity according to your pain tolerance and according to your skin type as well. If you are very sensitive, if you are someone who burns easily or scars easily, let them know your concerns way before, and so that they can adjust to your skin type and your pain tolerance in general. So I did let them know that I do have good pain tolerance, but my skin can't tolerate a lot of things. I have very sensitive skin, especially if there's a lot of heat or energy involved. Then I do have a tendency to kind of, you know, bruise a lot or scar easily. So I did let them know that, and because of that, they did set the intensity of the laser according to my skin type and my pain tolerance. So I must say that I was definitely at ease in this one particular place. I have never found that anywhere else. So when my procedure was happening, they did mark the entire area. So they just don't go ahead haphazardly anywhere and everywhere. So they did mark this particular area where I wanted to get the LHR done. So I got it done on my chin. So they did mark it, and then they measured that area exactly, and then they calculated the intensity and everything. That was done by the doctor herself, and then they went ahead with the procedure. So every single time there was a shot given, the therapist was informing me, so that you're not like, oh, completely casual and then you jerk. And followed by an in motion method where I didn't find it to be too hot, it was not burning my skin, and I did find that their equipment was well advanced compared to a lot of other clinics that I have visited myself. They use an equipment called Soprano Ice that assures the client of better safety, and this technology reduces the risk of burns while maintaining heat in the dermis layer of the skin where the hair follicles are treated. So like I mentioned, I did have the fear of getting my skin burnt. It is not something that is new to me. It has happened to me in the past with another clinic with an absolute obsolete equipment. So that leads to my other question that a lot of you guys ask me: is it very painful? Now again, that is completely subjective. It depends on your pain threshold and the intensity of the laser that's going to be given to you. But I can say that it is not very, very painful. It's of course a lot less painful compared to waxing and threading, and it's just like tiny like pricks. That's it. It's not very, very painful. So if you are someone who has a certain amount of pain tolerance, this wouldn't be painful for you at all. And that is what I'm doing. And currently I'm on my 7th or 8th session, and I can watch to you guys about one thing. This has helped me a ton, and the results are certainly amazing, you guys. Has the hair from my face completely vanished and I don't have any hair growth at all? Absolutely not. It is a permanent method for a lot of people, especially if you don't really have any hormonal imbalance or no underlying issues. But if you have PCOS or any other hormonal imbalance, it's not quite permanent, but you can see a world of a difference, and you can see a certain amount of reduction in hair growth, and I am someone who can vouch for that. For me, so I have to tackle the underlying issue to get rid of the hair growth completely. So a lot of doctors would put you on medication during the course of the sessions to have better results and to reduce the amount of sessions you would have to go for. So if you're someone who is allergic to those kind of medications, or you don't prefer those kind of medications like me, like my body reacts adversely with those kind of medications, so I've decided to not take anything like that and just go for the session. So I would require a couple of more sessions compared to someone who is under medication, and compared to someone who doesn't have any other underlying issue. So what I feel like is that yes, I would need a couple of more sessions, but the difference is amazing. I have not been to a salon to get a threading done or a waxing done in forever. That is also not suggested when you are under LHR treatment, because that interferes with your sessions. They need the hair to be at a certain phase of hair growth for the LHR to be effective. So the only other method I think that they prefer is to trim your hair in between sessions, if at all it's completely necessary. Or you can just, if there are enough gaps between each session, say about 30 days to 45 days, you can just get a LHR done. So sometimes it is such that my hair grows back in about 2 weeks after a session, where I would need to go somewhere else. So I just shave the hair or I trim the hair. But when I am going for the session, I make sure that the hair is grown a certain amount so that they can see how it is and they can mark it precisely and then go ahead with the procedure. So another thing that I've noticed is a lot of people just get one session and think and expect results with it, but all of your hair is not growing evenly, right? So there are different stages of hair growth. So if you want to tackle each and every one of it, you have to go back for the recommended sessions so that every one of it is zapped. So go back for your other sessions, follow the time period that they're asking you to keep in between sessions so that you can see better results and you would be more hair free as well. And yeah, so something that I've noticed is that my skin is a lot more clearer now. I am so glad I actually went ahead with this procedure, and I'm sticking to this procedure for however long I can. Oh my god, you guys, there's no ingrown hair, there's no bumps on your face every single time you get a threading done, and every single time the hair is growing back, it's a lot more awkward. All of that is not there. And for me, the thickness of the hair is reduced as well. Back in the day, it was a lot more thicker and a lot more prominent. It has reduced a lot, and there are sort of places where the hair has not grown back. I feel like it is one of the most effective treatments, and I would highly recommend that you guys actually try this one out. So that leads to the next question, because we have so many sessions, isn't it going to be a lot more expensive? Now there are different rates at different places, and then depends on which part of the body you want to get it done, if it's for full face, if it's your underarm, if it's your bikini line. So you have to visit the clinic and take a consultation regarding the same, and you can discuss with the clinic the price and everything. So usually it's not like they're going to charge you per session. They would actually have a package deal where it would add up to be a lot cheaper, and if you take that many sessions, which is something that you would require anyways, there would be minimum sessions, at least 6. That's what even the doctor would recommend for you guys. So if you take a package of those many sessions, the price would work out to be a lot cheaper. And compared to the amount of threading and waxing you have to do every month or every other week, depending on how your hair is, this would be a lot more cost effective and a more practical method. That leads to the question, am I going to stick to this method? Absolutely yes, 100%. Am I going to recommend this method? I am definitely going to be recommending it to you guys as well, for all those people who are sick and tired of threading and waxing all their life, and the constant pain because of that, and the pigmentation and the other issues because of that. I feel like this is way better than all of those. So now moving on to a couple of questions you guys had for me and the doctor, of course. Anything that is a little bit too professional, I'm going to let the doctor answer it, because I want you guys to get professional opinion for the same. Something that is very generic and something that I can answer, and something that would help you guys as well, in layman's term, and something that can help you guys from my experience, I'm going to be answering it. So the first question that I've received quite a lot is that, is laser hair removal permanent? Now it depends on person to person. If you have no underlying conditions, then it is something that is quite permanent. You wouldn't see a lot of hair growing back after these sessions, and you would be hair free until and unless something is changing in your body, like your hormones are changing or something like that. Now, is hair removal treatment safe? I think it is absolutely safe. Now, is laser hair removal treatment painful? Like I already mentioned to you guys, I found this one to be the least painful method, especially at this particular clinic. It was not uncomfortable, it was not painful, and like I mentioned, I have pain tolerance, but my skin doesn't have it, and my skin was not reacting to it. I had no scars, no burns, no itchiness, no nothing, no side effects from this particular treatment. And then another question is that, is a laser hair removal treatment expensive? Now, compared to your other, conventional methods of hair removal, if you add up the amount of money you're spending at a salon and on a monthly basis or a weekly basis, I feel like this is a lot more cost effective and something that has results as well. Those are just your fixes temporarily, like getting waxing or threading done. It's just a temporary fix, but this is something that has more long lasting results as well. So you have to weigh in and see which one you are going for. If you want something that is more cost effective and reliable, or if you want something that has to be cheap for the moment but you have to keep getting it done for probably the rest of your life. Now, if you don't really have hair growth at all and your hair doesn't grow back that very frequently, then it's up to you. But most of us, I'm pretty sure you're watching this video because you are experiencing hair growth like every other week, which this person right here had gone through that. So the next couple of questions I'm going to be letting the doctor answer for you guys. I'm not well versed with these subjects, but a doctor can answer for you. So I'm going to be switching over to the video of the very sweet Dr. Hema answering the questions for you guys. Can laser hair removal benefit women with PCOS?
Yes, definitely women with PCOD have much thicker and darker and denser hair. So underlying condition needs to be addressed simultaneously for the best results.
Will it benefit someone who is suffering from hypothyroidism?
Yes, the primary condition needs to be treated and the results are optimum.
Is it safe to get LHR done in intimate areas and underarms?
It can be, laser can be done for any body part, including face, underarm, bikini, and it is very comfortable. Smaller body parts like upper lip, you may experience little pricking sensation during the procedure. Otherwise, for the larger body parts, it's more or less like a hot stone massage.
This particular procedure, I do feel like it is pretty safe to get it done in your bikini area and in your intimate areas. And of course, I do know friends who are getting it done in their intimate areas and are loving it. Does laser hair help with pigmentation of the skin? Now, it's not something that is going to tackle the pigmentation of the skin. You have to use your skincare products. You have to probably get another procedure done if you have like intense pigmentation, which I feel like Oliva does have other treatments for pigmentation. But I do feel like it has not given rise to more pigmentation because of that, again, like I mentioned, the constant hair removal and friction and all that. Because of that, I feel like it has reduced a lot. Of course, you have to tackle it with your skincare and other treatments probably. How old do you have to be to start the treatment? I would recommend anyone above 18 years, and of course take your parents' opinion as well if you are dependent on them. How long does it take for the hair to grow back after a laser removal session?
So post laser, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for the hair to grow back. Again, it depends on the body part. So usually hormonal areas like face, about 3 to 4 weeks it grows back, and larger body parts like arms and legs, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks.
So for me, I feel like my hair grows back in like about 2 weeks. Not very like thick and predominantly, but you can see the hair growing back in about 2 weeks. So if you are planning to start off LHR, I think this is the time to start it because we are wearing masks, you guys. So even if your hair grows back, you can give it sufficient time before your next session and you're not like, going out with a lot of hair on your face, which a lot of people do find very uncomfortable. So yeah, those are the questions that I could answer. And of course, I gave you guys a very professional opinion on some of the questions that you had that I couldn't probably answer for you guys. And if you have any blood test, something like probably a thyroid test or anything that has been done already, take the reports and show it to the doctor. Or if the doctor suggests that you get it done, I would suggest that you do get all those blood tests and blood work done, ultrasound or anything that they suggest. So I would recommend you get it done because you're more well informed what is happening, what is the underlying issue, how you can take care of that particular issue that is causing hair growth. And also, of course, always get a health check done. I am someone who gets it done in at least once a year just to be cautious about everything. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I hope you guys enjoyed this and you guys saw my procedure, how my skin looks and how excited I was to get hair removed. If you are someone who wants to address it like I did, then I think you should definitely schedule an appointment and pay a visit to the clinic to check it out for yourself as to what I'm talking about and all that. And of course, pay a visit to their website and see what are the other kind of services that they have. So I will leave their website in the description box as well for you guys to check out, and you can look at all the things that you wanted to, schedule an appointment if you wanted to. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.